animals like bunnies and sheep and pigs. That's just the way they are. If cheeseburgers were cute, folks would probably think people were big and bad too.
Oh, big bad things all around.
The real story is about a sneeze and a cup of sugar. Way back, and once upon a time, our friend the wolf was making a birthday cake for his dear granny.
He had a terrible sneezing cold.
He had run out of sugar. So he walked down the street to ask his neighbor for a cup of sugar.
Now this neighbor was a pig, and he wasn't too bright either.
He had built his whole house out of straw.
Can you believe it? Who in his right mind would build a house out of straw?
So of course the minute the wolf knocked on the door, it fell right in. And he didn't want to just walk into someone else's house. So he called, little pig, are you in?
No answer. He was just about to go home without a cup of sugar for his dear old granny's birthday cake.
That's when his nose started to itch.
He felt the sneeze coming on.
Well, he huffed and he snuffed
and he sneezed.
Achoo!
And you know what? The whole darn straw house fell down, and right in the middle of the pile of straw was the first little pig dead as a doornail.
He had been running the whole time.
It seemed like a shame to leave a perfectly good ham dinner lying there in the straw, so the wolf ate it up.
Think of it as a big cheeseburger just lying there. He still doesn't have his cup of sugar.
So he went to the next neighbor's house. This neighbor was the first brother. This neighbor was the first little pig's brother. He was a little smart, but not too much. He had built his house of sticks.
He rang the bell on the steakhouse.
Nobody answered.
He called, Mr. Pig, are you in? He yelled back, go away, wolf, you can't come in. I'm shaving the hairs on my chinny chin chin.
He had grabbed the doorknob and he felt another sneeze coming on.
He huffed and he snuffed and he tried to cover his mouth, but he sneezed. Achoo! And you're not going to believe it. This guy's house fell down just like his brother.
When the dust cleared, there was a second little pig dead as a doornail.
Wolf's honor. Now you know food will spoil if you leave it out in the open. So the wolf did the only thing there was to do. He got dinner again.
Think of it as a second help.
He was getting awfully full, but his cold was feeling a little better. And he still didn't have that cup of sugar for his dear old man's birthday.
The wolf went to the next house. This guy was the first and second little pig's brother.
He must have been the brains of the family. He had built his house of bricks. The wolf knocked on the big house. No answer. Mr. Pig, are you in?
And do you know what that rude little porker answered?
Get out of here, wolf! Don't bother me again. Talk about Emily life. He probably had the whole sack full of sugar.
And he wouldn't give the wolf even one little cup of his dear old granny's birthday cake.
What a pig. Just about to go home and maybe make a nice birthday card instead of a cake. Then he felt his cold coming.
He huffed and he stuffed and he sneezed
Achoo!
again. Then the third little pig yelled,
and your old granny can sit on a pin. You heard somebody talk about his dear sweet old granny. Like that, he went a little crazy. When the cops drove up, of course he tried to break down the pig's door, and the whole time the wolf was puffing and sneezing and making
achoo! The rest, as they say, is history.
The news reporter found out about the two pigs reacting. They figured as if they're going to borrow a couple of sugar to their celebrate. So they gassed up the sugar, all that huff and puff, and pulled their house down the stop.
They made him a big bad wolf.
That's it. The real story. We're going to kill Big Bad Wolf. Alice Green.
But maybe you can loan him a cup of sugar.
Okay.